Well, today's something a bit different. Whilst we were on the Isle of Wight a couple of weeks ago, we decided to join the English Heritage. Osborne House, if you're ever over on the Isle of Wight, that's an absolute must-see. So today, I'm taking a day off work and we've come over to Witley Castle, which is not far outside of Droitwich in Worcestershire. Big house behind us, just taking a walk around this particular lake and we're just discovering the history of the place. We're going to go and take a lovely walk around this on what is a glorious August day for a change.
As we're going to be members of English Heritage for a year, we've grabbed the opportunity to visit some of their UK sites whilst COVID has clipped our normal otherwise travel wings. We're grabbing the opportunity to see these historic treasures that we wouldn't otherwise have visited as normally would have been abroad. It's been a really pleasant surprise to visit a few of the castles, gardens and stately homes. It will really give us something to look forward to during those otherwise bleak UK winter days. Taking the opportunity to grab a sneaky day off work, we thought we'd visit Witley Manor whilst avoiding the crowds. It's always a delight to grab a long weekend away whenever you can, almost feeling like a mini holiday. The real benefit is you don't even have to go through an airport. Whilst we're here, a bit of the history would seem to be in order. The estate was bought by the Foley family in 1655 and they developed the medieval manor house into the beginnings of the Jacobean mansion house we see today. The Foleys initially made their money manufacturing nails and iron goods.
There appears to be two fountains. One here which would appear to be like the obvious front of the building, which we assumed. And then if you move around to the other side, you've got this one. And apparently the fountain is fired up once an hour, so on the hour, and it stays on for about 15 minutes. We're hedging our bets. This fountain certainly looks to be wet, so that's a good indication that this is the one that's going to be used.
The first Baron Foley significantly enlarged the property by adding wings onto either side. In the mid-18th century, the front pool on the north side of the property was added by damming the brook. Ornamental woodland was planted and a walk was created to stroll around the lake and the woods. By the 19th century, Thomas Foley took over the family inheritance, however much of the money had since gone. By marriage, he managed to secure the necessary money to continue the expansion plans with the addition of two massive roofs supported on columns. These are apparently known as porticos. By 1833, the Foleys had sold the property to William Ward. At the time, Ward was one of England's richest individuals, having made his fortune via the 200 or so mines he owned in the Black Country. By 1860, Ward, who by now was with the first Earl of Dudley, had once again spent a king's ransom remodelling the property to match the styles of the time. His significant remodelling included casting the exterior in Bath stone, adding the fountain of Perseus and Andromeda, a large curved wing leading to a glass conservatory, and the addition of the formal gardens. As if that wasn't enough, he had the interior decorated in the style of Louis XV. With a small army of house staff to call upon, grand parties were held for the rich and famous, including the occasional visits from royalty. By the time of the devastating fire in 1937, the property's heyday was a distant memory. After the fire, the property was never lived in again. Stripped of any valuable assets by subsequent owners, finally English Heritage took over the property, restoring it for the many visitors that continue to enjoy the experience today.